Hi, my name's CJ Sturmetz. I'm the founder of Equity for the Win. And if you found this video, more than likely you're trying to calculate the taxes on your RSUs. You may have even used this calculator or visited this webpage before. For quite some time, I've had a really janky RSU tax calculator up. And just recently, I decided to make some updates. Nothing huge, but while I was at it, I figured I may as well make a video. That way you know it's actually a real person building this calculator, and you probably like free stuff and like the fact this calculator is free, so I'm going to leave it free forever. But if you feel like checking out some paid services, we are what's called an advice-only firm, meaning we provide advice to clients in tech who want advice but don't want to pay asset management fees. And for whatever reason, it's kind of a rare thing. Anyways, let's jump right in. I'll show you how to use the tax calculator, and most importantly, I'll show you some of the cool new changes. And I'm going to turn my face off so that way you don't have to see me. All right, so this is the new and improved RSU Tax Calculator. So first and foremost, this is only meant to help you estimate. When we work with clients, we will calculate precisely, or much more precisely, what the tax ramifications of vesting RSUs will actually be. We'll help clients map out taxes owed throughout the year, so that way we're properly paying quarterly estimates. But just for the sake of keeping things super simple, this RSU tax calculator pretty much does a lot of what we do with clients. So it gets you like 70 to 80% there, I would say. So it's still super helpful. So you start off by entering assumptions on the left. These are the only areas you're able to do anything with on the RSU tax calculator. It shouldn't let you type in, or shouldn't let you really do anything on any other cell. But yeah, so these are pretty self-explanatory. Number of RSUs granted, or number of RSUs unvested, number of RSUs vesting. You can enter a variable here. Really all that matters is this cell. This unvested cell doesn't really do anything. Company share price at vesting. This is dependent upon your specific company. I thought about building in a little ticker functionality that would populate the share price at a vesting date, but this is just so much easier. It takes you 2 seconds to do. So yeah, put in a price, put in your salary or combined salary if you are married, put whether you're single or joint, and then you can enter your own federal tax rate and or state tax rate. I'm based here in San Jose, California, and so for a lot of people this is 13.3, or even sometimes even more than that, 14.3. But yeah, all of these are entered by you, and then it will calculate things on the right. The calculator does run a rough calculation of what your suggested federal tax rate should be. So if you put in that you have an income of $500K, and then you also received RSUs that were vesting that had a pretty good price per share, it would tell you, you know what, you shouldn't be doing 24%, you should be doing a federal tax rate of 37%. So we can adjust that. So in this example that I've made up on the spot, we have 10,000 RSUs vesting at a share price of $100, and your combined salary is $500K. You are married, filing joint, and your federal tax rate assumption is 37%. So this will tell you what your expectation of taxes are. So this is saying at 37%, you would owe $370,000 in taxes. This is a new cell right here, so this will calculate the amount that is expected to be withheld. So at vesting, this scenario shows that you have $1 million of RSUs vesting. And so if you had zero state income taxes, 37% would be taxed, so $370K. But what is unfortunate is right at $1 million is when RSUs start being withheld at a higher rate, but everything up until that point is withheld at 22% typically. And so on $1 million of RSU income, you would have $220K of taxes withheld. leaving you with a pretty substantial shortfall of $150,000. So if you were to actually calculate and take that into account, your after-tax value would be $630,000. And then we have this little cell. We have this another couple cells. This was kind of two cells that were in the original calculator, and it's just reaffirming to you that whether or not you are at a high potential for being under withheld. So the biggest change here is the fact that there is estimated taxes withheld being shared, as well as the potential dollar amount under withheld. So these two are pretty important to be aware of, especially if you're a high earner. If you're not aware of these, you can, one, be totally surprised when you go to file your taxes. And even worse, if you're not paying attention, you potentially could even owe penalties on this dollar amount. That's basically it for this calculator. There are other not more important things. There are other important things like knowing safe harbor rules and when you need to make estimated payments or not. Once I write that article, I will put it over here on the right, but there's a bunch of articles here that we've written on Equity FTW. These are all written by me, by the way, not AI at all. So I think they're pretty good. Equity FTW is one of the better sites to learn about equity comp stuff. But yeah, I think that does it for here. There's a funny little tab here if you want to learn more about me and what we do at Equity FTW. But yeah, regardless, very grateful that you're tuning in to watch this video. Hope you find that the new RSU Tax Calculator is at least somewhat helpful. At some point, hopefully we can embed the whole thing into the actual web page. But there's something I like about just having the calculator in Google Sheets rather than just on a web page that you have to keep coming back to. But yeah, thank you for visiting. Thank you for checking out Equity FTW, and hope you have a great day. Take care.